What up, y'all? What's going on? We're live. Yeah, I think that was what's going on, y'all? What's going on? I see we already got a few people in here. Let me put the link in the chat for you guys to join. I know Carlos said he wanted to hop on. Not sure if Nova stopped by. He might actually be working at his job. I know it's a little late today, but we had a good live stream with Pedro, so it's all good. Just place for us to come hang out, chill, de-stress from a long week, and get ready for tomorrow and whatever next week um has in store for us. There he is. I was gonna message Carlos, but he's already on. Carlos, give me a thumbs up if you're ready to join. Okay, cool. There he
Hello,
is.
everyone.
There.
Hi, happy to be here.
Carlos, I think it's only gonna be you and me tonight, so you don't we can talk about whatever you want.
What a privilege.
You don't have to get stuck here and talk about gig work because I know you don't gig work. But it's all good because sometimes we need to take a break away from gig work because a lot of us in this community we talk about gig work, especially tonight on Pedro's
Right.
live stream. We talk about so much. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you. How about yourself? It's been a while, hasn't it?
It has been. I think you weren't here last Sunday, but the same Sunday before, right?
Yeah, something like that. Time flies when you're doing this and that, I'm sure you know.
Oh yeah, for sure. Let me catch up to the comments real quick. Say what's up to everyone. Hey, what's going on, Joanna? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. 2 a.m. Yeah, next time for sure. I know it's late over there on the East Coast. Everyone is here. I think is on the West Coast here. We got
Wow.
Jeff in the house. Jeff is in Vegas. What's going on, Jeff? We got DP from San Diego. Exactly, Carlos. We need you. Anyone in here now Pacific time? Yeah, I think it's too late for that. I think everyone here is on West Coast time. Uh, let's see. Yeah, looks like we're gonna have a small group time, but it's all good. Well, StreamYard says we got 8 people in here, so not some people. Oh, Sheila. Okay, Sheila says Central Standard Time. Nice. So that's Pedro's time zone. So that's what 1:06
Uh,
a.m. over there.
right. And we're in the normal standard time, the California
Exactly.
standard.
The the CST California. We're in the best time zone, the
Yes,
West
the
Coast time zone.
the correct one.
We got Lisa in the house. What's going on, Lisa? Mount Standard Time here, but I'm about to go to bed. Yeah, I'm sure you and Tony are about to go to bed, so no worries. It's midnight over there for you guys. Sheila says 1 a.m. Yeah, they're 2 hours ahead. I know it's super late, but I'm surprised we have this many people in here. So shout out to you guys. Appreciate it.
I guess we're all night owls.
I guess so. Yeah. I'm sure there's some people working right now doing DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub. I used to work until midnight or 1 a.m., but then even though even though I'm pretty good market, I'm just like now, just like yeah, I shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, your health is number one.
Well,
That's
not
for
even
sure.
that, but just like someone like imagine ordering food or someone orders food and they don't tell the other people in their household. They see someone randomly walking to their house at like midnight or 1 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a
Hey, what are
safety
you doing?
issue. Yeah.
Hey.
I actually got asked that once, but it wasn't that late. It was like 10 p.m. They were taking trash out and they had to turn their lights on. They're like, who are you? And I was like, oh, I'm just delivering food for so and so. They're like, oh, okay, they didn't tell us. I was like, damn, dude, that was close.
Crazy.
Yeah, you never know until it happens to you. General Dragon Man, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by. 2 a.m. Wow. You guys are the real MVP for sure. We're in normal times. We have normal. Exactly. We
That's
live in a
right.
normal world. Everything's closed here on Sunday, plus it's a good way to die around here. Not sure about that, but not sure what you're
Dark
referring to.
humor.
Okay. I mean I figured, but I didn't understand Rapid, so it went right over my head.
Right.
And one grand. Yeah, peak pay. I have peak pay. My market it's $3 base pay or $3 peak pay, but I'm good. We got Jonathan Yo-Yo already going to be sad with my. So can't believe you're donating to her. That's crazy. Carlos, have you heard about All In with Ari?
I have not. Can you tell me about it?
All right, so I don't know much about her either, but from what I've learned is that she is from Ventura County, but then she moved to either Texas or Arkansas. I can't remember, and either she got married to someone or she dated someone and they had a kid, and then basically her back then when it happened, her 10-month-old son fell or she dropped her son, and then the baby's skull cracked or something. And then so she ran away from that. She ran away from her parents who adopted her, and now she's in LA, like Beverly Hills area. And she basically lies and tells people on YouTube that she's homeless. She has 85,000 subscribers, and people throw money at her thinking that she's homeless when she's really not.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You know, I think we saw some video about that in some stream, and do you think a lot of it has to do with the fact that she's good looking? Like, if somebody's cute, people are more willing to throw money at them and pay attention?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. When you're a young, attractive female, especially in LA, then you can get away with pretty much everything. And Ari's an
Right,
example of that.
right, but that is temporary because beauty fades, right, with time, and you
Hmm.
can only use it as leverage for so long. Eventually, you're gonna have to mature, right? You're gonna have to be able to work like the rest of us.
Exactly. Yeah, it's weird because not to get too technical here, but like women like their kind of like their prime is like early on in their lives, but like men, for us, like it takes time for us to get to where we're supposed to be in life,
Right,
biologically, financially, and all that stuff. So it's different for men. It's like later on in their lives, and for women, it's early on in their lives. It's an interesting concept.
right, right.
But yeah, people. I mean, there's so many videos out there about about people like exposing this Ari girl, and people are still donating at her like these videos don't exist.
Well, it's just the way it is, you know?
Jonathan says she's hurting on donations. Exactly, she's trying to buy a new Sprinter van.
Amazing.
She's still got at least 10 years before all her bridges are burned. I don't know, man. It seems like she keeps, and Ari's not her real name, so she just keeps creating like all these like identities to get away from what she's done before. What up, Necromancer? I think that's how you pronounce it. What's going on, Necromancer? I think
Yeah,
that's
that
how you
means
pronounce it.
witchcraft. That means like magic,
Oh,
you
okay.
know?
All right. Thank you for clarifying, Carlos. Appreciate that because I was
Mm.
lost. We got the Jersey Mike soon.
Oh, yeah. You know, I saw a Jersey Mike the other day. I'm all like, I gotta get in order to see the menu. You know, what's so special about this place? You know?
Hmm.
But then I saw like an Indian restaurant right behind me, and I'm all like, oh, Indian buffet, let me get that. And I totally forgot about Jersey Mike's. But what's so special about it?
It's the taste of the food, the quality. I mean, I know you're. Are you vegan or vegetarian? Sorry, I always forget.
All right, well, I'm a vegetarian, but I ask for the vegan options just to play it safe. But then people don't even know what vegan means, so they add beef into my rice sometimes. It's kind of weird. Like they add all sorts of animal products, even though I asked for the
Hmm.
vegan option. So like, people got to be careful in LA. You know, it's a hit and miss where whether people understand you or not.
Jeff said, "So we talk. Can we talk about this top dash and non-tap stuff?" Yeah, go. I mean, yeah, if you want to. I know it's a heated debate. But yeah, if you guys want to talk about it in chat, go for it. Or actually, let me put the link again if you guys want to join. Sorry, Carlos, what were you saying?
Oh, what was I saying? Oh, yeah,
Jersey
yeah.
Mike's, I think.
Well, if you ever experiment with the vegetarian or vegan diet, you're going to realize that a lot of people aren't going to know what you're talking about when you order for the vegan option. And even if the waiter knows what you're talking about, the waiter might tell the chef, and the chef might get it wrong.
Hmm.
And you won't know until you taste the food and you realize that you just swallowed some steak, you know, like because
Yeah,
it was minced with the rice or something, which is what happened to me last time. But I don't blame the restaurant. It's just what happens.
yeah, it breaks down, somewhere along the food chain. Beef and rice is like a hidden tip.
Yeah, you could say that.
That's crazy. Let me pin this link here.
But it's funny, it's been since 2009 that I've been a vegetarian, and I still remember how meat tastes like, so I knew right away, this is beef.
I love meat.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you saw me because you saw me eat that Chipotle last time. Let
Yeah, I went to
me pin
Chipotle,
this.
I think last week also. Yeah, on Friday, I went on Friday too.
Nice, man. Come on. YouTube's not working with me here.
Isn't it funny how you can trace your past by which Chipotles you went to? Because when I went to this one Chipotle, it said, "You've been here 5 years ago." And I'm trying to recall my memories. What was I doing 5 years ago in this particular Chipotle? It's
That's
like
kind of
retracing
creepy.
my past. It's kind of creepy, but it's just the technological reality we live in, just like that Black
Yeah,
Mirror app thing.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's like right now we're talking about Chipotle. We're probably gonna go into our smartphones and we're gonna see ads about Chipotle right after. When it gets really
Yeah.
creepy is when you're thinking about something and then there's an ad for it. Now that's like, whoa.
Or how like these apps and things listen to our conversations.
They actually do, yes. I've tried to disable the Google Assistant so many times, but it still like pops out of nowhere.
Jeff says Jersey Mike is a shit.
No, he said the
I
isht.
know.
You gotta make it
I know.
YouTube friendly.
I it's alright. I don't think YouTube mind's saying shit.
Okay then.
But I appreciate Jeff keeping it clip YouTube friendly. That's what I always ask for anyway. It's the fact that they got 10 workers making 2 sandwiches. That's true. They do have a lot of workers. I mean, they must pay well if they have that many workers, right? Because like McDonald's is they're always so understaffed and people don't want to work there.
Yeah, they're raising the wages all over the place.
I know, Sheila. That's why, like, I don't know if you saw my comments on Pedro's stream, but I was like, it's time to get these guys out of here. Basically, so Carlos, let me fill you in real quick on a context. So, there's been this debate on Pedro's live stream, him and Richard from Sin City Deliveries, basically on like whether or not you should become a top dasher. So, top dasher, I know you did DoorDash a little bit, but top dash is basically when you have maintain or you have
High
70%
acceptance rate,
acceptance.
right?
Exactly. Yep. Exactly. And that comes with its own benefits and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is that you have to take a lot of crappy orders that are
Mm-hmm.
sometimes not very profitable. So it's like so Pedro's arguing is like why he's like I make $35 in my $35 an hour in my market and I'm not a top dasher and the Richard on the other side he's like well he's like you get priority on catering orders and all these big paying orders, so even though you have to get your acceptance rate up the last few days of the month, it's still worth it. So there's this debate anyway. So, but it's supposed to be there was supposed to be people joining the stream and asking questions about multi-apping and cherry picking, which is what Pedro and I do, and or Richard about him being a top dasher and stuff. It turned into a conversation where how like Richard charges $40 a week to coach people on how they can make more money as a top dasher, which is his right. In my opinion, he's giving undivided attention for a week, and I think $40 is a steal. $40 a week. But yeah, basically people just joined the stream and they're just crapping on him for charging $40 on what essentially the information they can get for free.
Well, I think that when it comes to the market, it's up to the people offering the service and the consumers to decide what the reasonable price is.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? If they don't like that price, people won't sign up for it. And
Right. Justice Carlson.
Do you know the way, my brother? Do you know the way?
reference, by the way.
Do we need meat to? I don't know. I'm not gonna get into that. We all have these teeth to chew that animal protein. Exactly.
Yeah, I have them too.
I'm just gonna say whichever one whichever suits your dietary
Whatever
needs the
floats
best.
your boat. Yeah, I'm not
Exactly. Yeah.
preaching. I'm just saying what I
Exactly.
like. That's all.
Oh yeah. Back to the conversation about how the market dictates pricing.
Yeah. So if the consumer is willing to pay for something, and if the person offering the services is willing to charge something, when they meet
Hmm.
into whatever range they agree upon, then that exchange is done freely, right? Among two
Yeah.
consenting adults, right? I mean, the court of public opinion can say this and this and this and that, but at the end of the day, it's somebody putting their own hard earned money for something that they perceive value in. If they
Exactly.
no longer like it, they won't subscribe to it anymore, right? That's just the realities of those things, in my opinion. You know, it's like, oh, Twitter's telling me to charge this much for my business, so I guess I have to listen to the random people on Twitter. Maybe. I don't know if that's a good way to run your business. Or
You're also
maybe,
not forced to do it.
right, or base it on market realities. Let's see which one works.
Exactly. Sheila is correct. She says you paid the $40 to get them to shut up. Hopefully, yeah. That's funny because I actually donated $40 for them to shut up. I'm like, cause a lot of people were complaining about it. I'm like, here's $40, Richard, go coach someone, and I bet you, a lot of these people complaining about you charging $40 a week are could be the first to jump on this.
Right.
So I put my money. I don't know. I felt like that was a
Put your
mic
money
drop
where your
moment.
mouth is, for sure.
Exactly.
Literally, yeah,
That was a mic drop moment for sure.
for sure, yeah.
Bobby says I think Vegas market is oversaturated and cheap. Yeah, just like LA and San Diego. I think Richard dashes in like Henderson, I believe. I don't think he dashes on the strip. It looks like he dashes in a nice upper middle class neighborhood, so it might be Henderson. So if that's the case, then yeah, there's good money out there. For me, I'm in the same market as Pedro. DD blows something. TD would help me when you smokes DD here. Yeah, every market has its own good app. You're talking about Top Dash. Sure, exactly. It's only $4, no guarantee. Well, yeah, obviously, but he's confident in his top dasher method, so let him do it. If you want to pay for it, then go for it.
Can
It's
I
like
say
hiring a personal
something?
trainer to lose weight. Yeah, go ahead, Carlos.
Well, this reminds me of a time when there was this restaurant owner who said,
Hmm.
if you introduce me to such a person who happened to be the former mayor of a city, right, then I will
Hmm.
pay you this much money. And I was thinking, oh no, that's a lot of money. And I could just introduce you for free because we're friends. Like, why do you have to offer so much? It felt bad. It felt dirty. But now that I really think about it, I mean, that's her offer. And if I would have accepted, then there's no problem with that, because it would
Right.
have been our agreement. But at that point, it felt wrong. And I think a lot of people, think, oh, this person charges too much, whereas this other person charges a more reasonable price. Who are we to judge whatever
Exactly.
people want to voluntarily exchange? But that's just my point of view.
Exactly.
I mean, you grow and
General.
learn.
Yeah, and also I think a lot of people are just closed minded. They don't want to understand other people's perspectives. They just want to see their way, and that's it. There's a guy on the stream. His name's JP on Pedro's stream. He gets real political. And he didn't get super political tonight, but I could tell he's just like, well, that's not the right way to do it. It's like, bro, there's no time for this. General Dragon Man says him charging for info and someone paying. It's called the American way. If you don't want a service, don't pay for it. Exactly. Boom. Done.
Right. It's like free speech. People can say what they want, but you don't have to listen, right?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Jonathan, he actually does show you his zone in his YouTube videos. I've seen it. It's at the top left corner. I don't know the name of his zone. I forgot, but you could easily see it in his YouTube videos when he does dash now. See, I would make no money. I get in decline for 10. Yeah, it's tough, man. Some markets like mine, I decline a lot of those orders too. The info is all on YouTube. So basically, it's not really information that he's charging for. He's charging for his time
His
because
attention.
exactly he's giving you his undivided attention. So if you have any questions for him, he's gonna answer them for a week, $40, I think, and he's also gonna coach you. I think $40 is a steal. For me, I've been doing DoorDash, food delivery for 4 or 5 years, so I don't need it. But some people need it, and it seems like they're all benefiting from it. So I don't see anything wrong with it. If people were saying, "Hey, he took my $40 and didn't give me anything for it," then I'm like, "Yeah, it's a scam." But the guy, he's putting in work. So
Well, I would argue that it's almost similar. You could go ahead and read that comment first, and then I'll share my thought.
I was just gonna address Sheila's comment. I got the most frustrated when he says, "Okay, just buy a new car." Yeah, buying a new car is really expensive. So again, he has a different perspective. Maybe he buys, crappy cars at like $3,000, $4,000. So maybe I don't know. He just sees it differently. And that's fine. You can't disrespect someone just because of that. Go ahead, Carlos.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, certain channels, they get to a point where they can, basically only pay attention to super chats, right? They ignore all the other chats. And that's a service in terms of exchanging or monetizing your time and attention, right? And in here, we have the privilege of being able to comment and get
Hmm.
our comments noticed for free. So even though in YouTube there might be some information that's for free, other types that is monetized, the
Hmm.
the the fact that there's variety, that there's choice is a good thing for everyone, right? And if certain people choose to go ahead and pay super chats to a YouTube channel, which I've done before, and I
Right.
suppose you've done as well,
I
then
have.
that's our choice with our own hard-earned money, right? If that makes sense.
That's true. I agree with you, Carlos. That's yeah. We're talking the one topic we were trying to avoid. We got stuck in it.
Oh yeah,
We're
let's
talking about
let's
him charging
let's switch
$40.
gears. Let's switch
Yeah,
gears.
yeah.
What do
That's
you
what it was.
think
Okay,
about the um the Queen of England? I heard she passed. To me, it surprised me. I mean, not that I should care, as a Mexican, that's England,
Dude, she was
but it's
96. What do you mean you're surprised she passed away? You thought she was gonna live forever?
kind of. It seemed that way. I'm like, well, she's been queen forever.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's one of those things in the background that you always assume are just there. In the Hispanic community, we have someone called Don Francisco, right? He
Mm-hmm.
used to have this show called Sábado Gigante, which was around ever since I was a kid, and it just kept going and going and going and going. It was almost like multi-generational with the same guy. Some people are
Mm-hmm.
like, that guy's the devil. He doesn't die. He keeps on being on TV. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
what the heck? But there's just certain public figures that are always around in the background until they're not. And I think at that point, it sort of reminds us of the fact that time just keeps on changing.
Just as we don't get that much either, Carlos.
Yeah, especially Americans, especially, you know,
She was 96. That's crazy. She's 96, but she's the British Betty White. Yeah, she has her. She has her charm.
right.
So who takes over now? Is it gonna be
King,
Princess I was thinking about Princess Diana's
oh
son
no,
and
she
his
passed
wife.
away in the 90s.
No, 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 no. I was talking about
Oh,
her
her
son.
son.
I said
Uh,
Princess Diana's son.
Somebody called Prince Charles the Third or something like that.
Princess
So it's
Charles.
no, King Charles, King Charles. So the king now England has a king. Now we can say the King of England unironically, whereas before it was some sort of slur. Um, yes. So I believe some now England does have an official king, right? And
Oh, it's Prince Harry. The
is
one I
it?
was thinking about, Princess Diana's son.
Let's see, who's the King of England?
You're right.
King
You're
Charles
right.
the Third. King
Yeah,
Charles the
you're right.
Third.
King Charles. Yep.
Yes. So now he's the king of the United Kingdom and 14 other Commonwealth realms. Do you know what the Commonwealth is?
No, but I know it's British.
Okay. Canada's part of the Commonwealth. I believe India is, probably
Mm-hmm.
Australia. So all these English speaking countries, they say, we recognize the British monarch as our king or queen too. And guess who doesn't do it? Out of the former British colonies,
Mm-hmm.
the US. The US is not part of the Commonwealth because it kind of divorced itself from the British Empire very violently. And so,
Mm-hmm.
on purpose, it tries to be its own thing in every single way. That's the American way, to be like forging its own path, spreading to the west, spreading to outer space, separating itself from its British origins. That's why a lot of people don't care, and they probably shouldn't.
Just
India
as I
is
don't know
part of
about
the
India.
Commonwealth. India is part of the Commonwealth. I kind of promise you. So
I
we
plead the
could look
fifth.
it
I
up.
don't know.
Let's see.
Is King Charles on Dasher? No.
Is India a part of the Commonwealth? And the answer is yes. They entered in 1947.
That's crazy.
And
Wealth ain't so
so,
common there, though.
what's that?
Wealth ain't so common over there.
There you go. You got it. Oh, you're quick today.
Actually had a very long day.
Oh, crazy. I think on my end, I tried this coffee Coca-Cola thing. Have you ever heard of that? Like they
No.
mixed Coca-Cola with
Oh
coffee,
yeah. I tried it. What'd you think of
which
it?
I think it's an unholy combination, a heart attack in a
Unholy.
can. But I'm all like, a friend of mine was trying it, so I'm thinking, can I try some?
Hmm.
Okay, so I tried this much, and now I'm still awake.
Wow.
But a lot of our audience members have it worse, being up at 2 a.m. or so on and so forth. So I guess
They're
we're
used
all
to it
kind
by
of,
now.
yeah, we're all night people, which I am one of those people too.
Me too.
I'm more awake at night for some reason.
There's Game of Thrones to keep their bloodline on throne. That's why they don't mix. I don't know what he's talking
Yeah.
about.
The British royalty doesn't like mixing too much. I mean, it's
They
the
don't.
exceptions when they do. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the coffee Coke thing. I had it like last week or 2 weeks ago. The first taste, I don't know if you remember like what tasted quick, but the first taste I got was coffee, and then it was a Coke aftertaste. Is that what you got?
Yeah, I did get that Coke aftertaste. I think it's the sucralose, which is sugar in disguise, so they can tell you 0 calories, no
No,
sugar. Yeah,
I
there's
think it was
sucralose.
actual Coke. Like it wasn't the zero sugar version.
Actual Coke? You mean
Yeah,
the type that's
I
not
mean,
supposed to be? That's the origins of Coca-Cola. You know, it used to be green. Doctors
yeah,
used to recommend it as a painkiller
exactly.
or who knows what.
Yeah.
I mean, if you
No, I mean like sugar Coke.
there you go.
That could have went the wrong way.
I mean, I don't regret drinking that soda. It's just been a while since I drank soda. You know, I make it a point not really to drink it, but I'm all like, I have to try it.
Carl's usually quite no wonder. I don't get it.
He's saying that I drank that Coke coffee thing, and
Uh
now
huh.
I'm more talkative than usual.
That's why. Yeah, because the
Mystery
caffeine.
solved.
No, it's because there's a lot of other people on here talking about DoorDash and stuff. That's why. It's all good because we could talk about anything, just like the good old days.
Yep.
I think they're still trying to keep it. Yeah, I think so too. That's what it seems like. Adventure Spark. Yeah, I'm still trying to get on Spark. I still can't get it.
What is Spark?
It's basically it's Walmart's version of DoorDash, but it's like it's their own service. So people like let's say they order from the Walmart app or Walmart.com. They have drivers that deliver the groceries or the orders to the house, but they don't have to pay like DoorDash or Uber to deliver for them.
Wow, just a Walmart thing, huh? Well,
Yep.
Miss Kaiser, I have so many random facts, it's unbelievable. I could unload them, but I'm holding back for reals. Like all sorts of random useless knowledge that I could just spit out, but I'm not gonna because it would be too much.
So I was wrong. We got Tony in the house. What's going on, Tony?
Hey, what's
Hello.
up?
How's
Hi.
it
Late
going,
night
sir?
coffee. It's late night coffee in California, huh?
Late night coffee in California and Colorado. What's up, man? How's it going?
It's going pretty good.
Lisa said she was going to bed, so I thought you were home too.
Yeah, I was headed home and then I got a Lyft Lux Black to downtown, so
Oh wow.
I had to do that.
Does it show you to pay up front? Do you know how much it is?
Not on Lyft, but before tip, I made $60 on that.
Damn, it's not bad.
Yeah, and it only took me looks like 40 minutes. Mainly because they took 10 minutes to come out of the apartment. But Lyft gives them 10 minutes on Lyft Lux.
Hey, Gigwise, which Camilla are you talking about? I don't know who you're talking about. Does that have to do with the British family? But yeah, Tony, that's awesome. By the way, I have an update on the thing that I told you and Lisa about last week. The security guard taking a picture of my ID.
Oh yeah.
So I went back. I got an order there yesterday. I went back, and it was a different person. I'm like, hey, what's your policy on for DoorDash, Grubhub, and Uber Eats drivers for coming in? Do you guys just write down their information? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, I was here a few days ago, and the security guard told me that she had to take a picture of my ID. She's like, yeah, that's what the management's telling the newer security officers. I'm like, well, like, if you want to see my driver's license today, I don't want, you can't take a picture of it. You can just write it down. And then he's like, that's fine. Like, I just need to see your ID. I'm like, yeah, I show it to him. And then he's like, hey, stop worrying so much. Like, it's like, bruh, like, this is my personal identity. Who are you to tell me how to
Right.
feel about it,
No
Yeah.
doubt. Like,
How
is
would you
that
guys
even
feel about
legal?
that?
Is that
I'd
even
be
legal in
upset.
California? California has a lot of like weird laws where that seems like they'd have to get some sort of permission to do that.
My guess is that there's no law banning people from taking pictures of IDs, and that's probably why it's there.
I bet you there is. Like by giving your ID to them, maybe you consent or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Has it ever happened to you guys that you try to go into a venue, but your ID is expired by like a week or two, right? And they could still clearly tell that you are not underage, but they still don't let you in because your ID is expired. How does that make sense?
Yeah, that's BS.
I can tell you that's probably because if let's say that they are suspicious of you, like maybe you're undercover trying to check and see if they're following policy of the law.
That's true, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's
because
interesting.
people can get fined thousands of dollars for not following ID laws like that for expired IDs,
Yeah, that's a good
Amazing.
point.
especially
Uh,
if it's with alcohol related. Like if they
Ironically,
let you
yeah.
in to a place that you could buy alcohol with an expired ID, then they could get in trouble.
Law enforcement could be doing some sort of operation to check
Yeah,
to see if they
They're called sting
are following.
operations.
Yeah.
or not even just a sting, but maybe like a check.
Okay, that
Quality
totally makes
assurance.
sense. Yes, I could understand.
All the assurance you're asked to jail.
Well, it's happened more than once that people have said, "You have law enforcement vibes. Are you a cop?" No, I'm not.
That's funny. You're like, I wish.
Man,
Not right now. I don't think you wish you were a cop now.
not these days.
Not in LA, at least.
Not in most places.
Let's see what's going on with the comments here. Sheila says, "Ew."
Ew.
Y'all are still delivering driving. Yeah, I'm not. I'm at home. I got home a couple hours ago, but Tony's headed home now too. So, and Tony's was the I was gonna say 12 and a half. Wow, midnight. It's past midnight.
Yeah, about 12:30. A little
Yeah,
after 12:30.
Mountain Standard Time.
I mean, like I was trying to charge. I charged during the beginning of Pedro's stream, and then Fiddler's Green was which is an amphitheater that I've been banking on the weekends, like making mega bucks. But the concert today must have been just terrible because there was no surge.
That's crazy. Bobby says, "What blocks have been cruising, Carlos?"
Is that when I tried DoorDash for fun? Mostly the Downey area.
Damn.
Mostly Downey. Yeah. I tried it for fun. It was interesting, and nowadays I am kind of jealous of gig workers because like you guys get to set your own schedule, and sometimes I'm like, oh, my body's telling me to take some time off, but I just can't do it because I work for people,
Mm-hmm.
and it could feel like sort of like being in a cage. So sometimes, I do get kind of jealous of gig work. But yeah, it is what it is.
Do you want me to give you a little secret on food delivery in LA?
Okay, go ahead.
It's gone to shit.
I
That's
heard.
because Sergio started in on it, and he's taking all the good orders now.
Exactly, yeah, Sergio.
He's
It's funny
sending me
because
he sent me screenshots of his Uber Eats this weekend, and it was like $60 for like 3 different times.
it's because he's doing that coffee cup method, right? Is that what it's called? Where he's like rideshare search for Uber Eats orders.
No, he said that he tried that because I told him that's what I can do on my Uber, but he said in LA it doesn't let you do it.
It's funny because he's
His
in my
tip
market.
literally, like each time, the tip said like $35 on the tip.
Yeah, it's funny because he's in my market. I'm trying to meet up with him to pick his brain on that strategy, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, once you've been driving like as long as he has been, it's pretty easy to adjust from rideshare to food delivery and like come up with a strategy.
Yeah, Jonathan says Bud Soda's on triple double. So basically, the context behind that, Carlos, is so Bud Soda he takes like DoorDash orders and like Walmart orders on top of it, going in the same direction. So
Damn.
yeah, so that's what he's
Wow.
referring to, triple double delivery.
That's
But
master
so
level.
like in his market though, it's really long distance, and he takes a bunch of orders, I guess, that are going long distances, and he stacks his way to where he likes to dash, and then he goes back and forth. From what I can gather from his
Whatever works for him.
style.
Necromancer says, "What's up, Driven Dad? How much this last week?"
I'm still working, but it looks like it's going to be around like 2,200.
Wow, killing it. And it's not from being copped after, right? It's from doing rideshare.
Yeah, I only had one day where I hit $100 for lunch, and that was Friday with DoorDash. But yeah, uh, I'll just tell you my numbers right now is 843 on Lyft and on DoorDash.
He's asking how many hours did you work this week? Or she?
Like 66 on grid-wise, but you know, like probably 7 or 8 of those is charging.
Nice.
Because I don't like turn it off when I'm charging, unless it's the end of the night when I'm doing a live stream instead while I'm charging. Let's see here. DoorDash was 517. And Uber is 772.
Killing
and Grubhub is 0.
Yeah, Grubhub, man. I remember Grubhub used to be good at my market. It's gone to crap now.
Man, I used to do Bud Soda style with Grubhub, DoorDash, and Uber in the pandemic, and I'll make like $90 an hour.
You can, yeah.
Dinner time. Dinner time in 2 hours, I'd already be at like $200.
That's what I do now, except the tips aren't as high.
Yeah, I'll be getting like $60 Grubhub, $8.50 hidden tip stuff on DoorDash, and then Uber's around like $10 hidden tip, but only like sit down restaurants.
Bobby says Bud Soda should offer $40 courses in master stacking. That's funny.
Poor Bud Soda, he gets a lot of heat because when he gets on somebody's stream, he gets the gift of gab going.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, I think he's coming from an authentic place, trying to just be authentic to people.
People just like the poo-poo on everything, you know?
Well, I mean, people who are chatty Cathy's, or so to say, like they're not
Chatty
necessarily likable by everybody.
Yeah, that's true. I just cut him off.
And if you do, he understands he's talking a little bit too much. He has a little bit of self-awareness when somebody like stops him from talking.
Yeah, and he pauses. I'm like, dude, you don't have to apologize. It's all good. He's a good dude. He has a good heart.
Yeah.
I have a friend who has that type of personality too. I think it's just a
that,
personality
Carlos?
trait.
Yeah, it is.
Well, he's also a gig worker, and when he starts, he goes on and on and on. I mean, I like him, and I like Bud Soda as well. You know, I'm just saying they go on and on and on and on and on, which could be endearing, you know, in its own way. But I'm just wondering, is that just a personality trait, or is this a symptom of working the gig economy for so much, depending on it? I don't know, because you're driving alone so long, you're stuck in your own thoughts, and now it's the chance that you get to share it with other people, and your stream of consciousness just goes on and on and on and on. So I don't know, just me wondering.
Maybe I should start a video series of like what you think as a DoorDash worker, like when you're by yourself. Like, what are the thoughts you have? Just like write them down, and then just do like a whole video of just like my weekly thoughts, just randomness.
Right.
I think about ending world hunger. I think about Queen Elizabeth II. No, I'm just kidding. What were you saying, Carlos?
Go ahead, Carlos.
Oh, I was just laughing along. I mean, yeah, all these random thoughts, you know, that could go randomly from one thing to another in a way that doesn't even make sense could be quite entertaining. That could be, that could be something.
DP says mostly road rage for me.
Yeah,
you gotta be careful there, San Diego.
If it's Lisa's random thoughts, it'll be mostly like, "Hey, douche nugget, stop driving like crap."
Douche nugget, I love it.
Very tame version of road rage compared to LA road rage.
Oh my god, dude, you have no idea.
Yeah, people
I
forget how to
almost
drive.
got into an accident a few days ago because some girl in a Tesla, she hauled ass out of her driveway and it was my right of way. I had to slam on my brakes. Yeah, I honked at her, or I stayed honking at her. She looked at me like I was crazy.
Why are you honking at me? You're supposed to
Exactly.
stop.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
just
driving a
randomly.
Tesla.
Yeah, it's all you damn Tesla drivers.
No,
The
driving a
fancier the
Tesla
car.
doesn't fix stupid, you know?
I know. Yeah, the fancier the car, the worse
Exactly.
the driver. That's what I've noticed.
Exactly. They think they own the road.
I own
No
the
offense to
road.
Tesla
I
drivers.
bought it.
Tony drives a Tesla, just to let you know.
Yeah, no offense. No offense.
I'm not
We're
a
kidding.
snowflake, so
Okay, great.
not easily offended.
Mine would put people in therapy so many windows open at once. I don't get it.
I guess
Oh, her
Dashers and
thoughts.
yeah.
Mine would put the people in therapy so many windows open at once. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I got a couple ideas for some video series.
Like what, Tony?
Maybe like Uber therapist or something like that. Like
That's funny.
at least 3 times a week, I'm a therapist.
Do crazy drivers get you upset?
You may be entitled to compensation.
Right.
Sign up for my webinar on how to let it all go as you flow. I don't know.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
hire Carlos as a voiceover for me.
There you go.
She is like computer. My brain keeps.
Oh, I
telling
get
us-
it. I get
Yeah, I
it.
get it now. Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, that's what I do with my computer
Thanks for
too.
clarifying. Until it crashes, right? Which drives in market are kids with their parent car and the elderly with brand new Cadillacs. Yeah. What market are you in, Necromancer? Or what state, if you don't want to mention the city? I guess there's bad drivers everywhere.
Can I tell you
Yeah,
a
they all
story?
came from California.
That's
Go ahead,
true.
Carlos.
Fair
Go
enough.
ahead, Carlos.
A story about my computer. You guys remember Fry's before it shut down, right?
Yeah, Fry's Electronics.
Yeah, so I started noticing the signs of it about to shut down, empty shelves and whatnot.
Mhm.
But I took my computer there to get an update on RAM. I guess I wanted, just like, just give it 12 gigabytes of RAM or something. And the
Mhm.
guy said, yeah, we have that. Then he said, oh, because I said that we have it, but we don't, I'll give you what we do have, which is like the 32 gigs of RAM update instead for the same price.
What the hell?
So I ended up paying very little. He installed it for me, very nice about it. And now my computer has an ungodly amount of RAM. So I could open up as many tabs as I want and nothing happens.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Fun fact. That's all. My
I don't know.
random thought right there.
I don't know if there's my Fry's Electronics in Colorado, or I don't know if there was. Did you guys have that, Tony?
I think there may have been one, but I don't know. I know I've seen them, but I don't remember where. But I've lived in a lot of states, so California is not one of them.
Oh, they did have them in Denver. Okay. They have Fry's groceries in Arizona. When I was out in Arizona, I thought that was strange.
Yeah.
I miss Fry's, but I miss Toys R Us too. What are we gonna do?
The Broncos actually won a game today.
With their sloppy selves. Who did they beat again?
The
Let's see.
Texans.
Oh, Texans. Yeah,
Like,
they should have won that game. Yeah.
they barely won. It's like this team you should have blown out. Like, what's going on here?
Dude, we're only 2 weeks in, and Texans already have a draw game.
I know, right?
What the hell?
I
Their
was
record is
thinking they may have
0-1-1.
had us. They could have been tied like 0-2 because the Broncos are trying not to win again.
Bobby says that sounds like the cost all that RAM. That's right.
Yeah, I have more RAM than I know what to do
64.
with it.
Exactly. You need to play like some games or something.
You got more RAM than Dodge.
There you go.
There's a dad joke for you. It's fun being on Rush, to be honest. Sheila, you want to know what's in those cognito tabs? That's funny. For me, 4 hours a week driven dad.
What was that?
Yeah, I'm trying to put the pieces together. Sheila says, for only $4 a week, driven dad.
Oh,
Oh, you're
talking
charging
about
for
the
something.
therapy.
Yeah, therapy. Yeah.
And I think that's in reference to Sin City's $40.
Yeah, it is. What's your take on that? Do you think he has a right to charge $40 for giving people his undivided attention?
I mean, if people are willing to pay for it,
That's what I say.
That's what I say too.
as long as he's not like deceptive about it.
Exactly. I think where people got it mixed up is that I think it wasn't phrased correctly, because they're angling as like, oh, would you pay $40 a week for information, when it's really for his time and his attention.
Yeah, but I think on his Discord, it's kind of marketed as a package.
Gotcha.
But I mean, basically, he's telling you what you're paying for is his or Ron or both of their time, I guess, to help you analyze how to just determine which orders are good and which orders are not.
I mean, let's do a thought experiment for fun. So, John,
Okay.
I'm holding a pen, right? Just a
Is
normal
it?
pen.
Are you?
Yes. So it's a normal pen I found on my desk.
Okay.
Okay. Would you pay $40 for this? And if you should say yes, what's wrong with you paying those $40 and me selling it to you for $40? So first I'll let you give an answer, and then I'll throw in another element just for the sake of the thought experiment.
Well, you didn't
But
tell me
you
what I
said
get for
it's a
40
normal
bucks.
pen.
What's that? I'm sorry?
You're saying it's a normal pen.
Yes, I'm saying it's a normal pen. And I already told you what you get. You get the pen. That's it.
Got it.
Does that pen help me turn that $40 to $80, $100, $120?
If you use this pen to write down your high value ideas and you actually act on them, then it will get you even more money than that. It will
Sold.
be an instrument for your success if you use it that way.
Sold.
There you go, sold. So, what's wrong with John paying that price? What's wrong with me selling it that way? Even though you could get a packet of these, from CVS for about $5. Now, let's do another thought experiment. It's the same pen, but what if I told you this is the same pen that I asked Kobe Bryant to sign an autograph with? Then it's something else, right?
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. But then the perceived value of a piece of plastic, such as a pen, changes.
No, because I could buy a pack of
Well,
those
and that
pens for
That's my
$5.
point.
Sentimental value on top of it.
Right. So value is subjective. Value is subjective. That's my
Exactly.
point. Some people might not care about Kobe Bryant. There's people out there who don't care about sports. They won't care if that was an element. But John, he likes Kobe Bryant. Maybe Jack next door, he prefers I don't know,
LeBron
tennis.
James.
Yeah, there you go. So that's my point. Value is subjective, and it's whatever consumers and producers want it to be, and distributors. If that
DB
makes sense.
says I prefer pencils.
Well, you're in luck. I have plenty of pencils.
Carlos, it could be the pen that Todd McFarlane used to draw the Spawn with.
Right. Oh my gosh. I would pay a lot of money for that. See? See how that works?
Now I'm speaking Carlos's language.
There you go.
Necromancer says if you buy that pen, you become Shakespeare. Okay, since you're talking about it. Gigwise says, Carlos, I would pay more if you signed something with it.
That's the point, right?
It's all about value.
There was somebody in Hollywood who said, the moment you write something with this, the value of the pen and the paper increases because you just created something with it.
It's not just the pen. It's not just the paper.
It's what you make with it. It's what you do with it. Okay, I hope that random lunacy rant made some sense, and it had something to do with what we're talking about. Okay, great. Mission complete.
Hey, John, I got a question for you.
What's up?
All right, so
you sound so serious.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you my my stats on
DoorDash.
No, Lyft.
Okay, I don't do Lyft. Just to let you know.
All right, so Lyft rewards. So on Lyft, I have a 5.0 customer rating,
Mm-hmm.
and I have 1,246 points,
Mm-hmm.
which puts me in the top category of platinum.
I like how you said platinum.
Can you tell me what you think my acceptance rate is in order to be a platinum? Like, that's the top tier of Lyft rewards.
85%.
Nope, 13.
What the hell?
13% acceptance rate. I'm a top Lyft driver
How does that work?
because acceptance rate doesn't matter.
Yeah. But if you're on Uber, that'll be a different story, right? Because Uber makes you have like 85, 90%.
Right. So I have 4 trips today on Lyft, and I have $244 on Lyft.
Sounds like you're making like a DoorDash reference here. You're like, you don't
I'm
need a
just-
high acceptance rate to make money.
I'm just saying is that in order to be a top driver for Lyft, you don't have to have acceptance rate. In order to be a top driver on Uber Eats only account, you don't have to maintain any acceptance rate. You just have to get points.
Sounds
On
like a solid
DoorDash-
business plan.
On DoorDash, Uber Rideshare, and Grubhub, they attach acceptance rate.
Sheila, I was just gonna say, I think people pay the $40, and then like the girl from LA, I don't remember her name. Was it Janelli? I was actually trying to talk to her, but then her mic cut out, so I wasn't able to talk to her. But I wanted to know what part of LA she was in. But she said she paid Richard $40, and now she's making more money than ever. So it's worth it to her. So like Carlos said, it's all about perception and what value you're getting from it.
It's only like you can only take Richard for his word that if somebody told him that they did not get the value, he said that he would focus on that person and make sure that he could add the value that they paid for. That's taking him at his word.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that.
I'm sorry, I had my mic muted. Could I add to one of the comments we saw a second ago?
Sure, which one was it?
Are you really buying the pen or the value behind the pen, right?
Yep.
So yeah, it's like when you buy a book. Are you really buying the paper, which is hardly any different from toilet paper, or are you buying the words that are in it, right? Why would people buy ebooks? I mean, regardless of whether it's paper or digital, you're really buying the value that's behind it.
Go check out
right?
this book. Best book you'll ever read.
This was your that's your book. Yes, that's
my first one.
There you go. Highly recommend that one.
To prove that I actually wrote it.
Okay, there we go. What other books did you write, John? Please tell us. What other books?
Second one is the Entrepreneur Cheat Sheet, and the third one is the one that Carlos bought, which is the 5 Foundations of Contentment. You can find all of them on Amazon.
Amazon, right?
Yep, just by searching my name. As a matter of fact, I'll just put my link on there.
Right. So I think that answers that question. We're not really buying the pen. We're buying what the pen can do and the intellect that the pen represents, the productivity that it could be a catalyst for, if any of that makes sense. So yes, please add those links to the descriptions.
I like how you asked me to do something on my own channel.
There you go. But I said please. You see, it's your channel, so I'm saying please.
Yep.
There's the courtesies. I'm not even gonna ask if I could add my own link for my book there. So see, I'm being polite.
What is your do you have a pen name or is it your actual name?
It's my actual name.
Okay.
Let me look for it.
That's right. You told me your book about last time. I had no idea you had written a book.
Oh,
I'm gonna write a new book about how to survive college. It's gonna be one sentence.
Don't go.
Don't enroll.
That's a good idea.
Carlos, is it called El Ratón y el Muñeco
What the hell?
Parlache?
I've never heard. I never heard of that before.
It says by Carlos A. Or no, wait, that one says by Carlos Jimenez Hidalgo.
My name is quite common, actually.
That's
To
true.
be
Yeah.
honest.
Is it Liberis del Dolor de Espalda?
What the heck? See, like
Are
my name
you
is too common. I'll send you a link. I'll send you a link in the description.
Carlos? Are you Carlos Santana?
Pretty close. You're getting close. Warm.
Same
Did you read a
bloodline.
book about how to kill it on the guitar?
There you go.
Oh, you put in a private chat. Nice. That's right. I forgot it was not on Amazon. I was looking on Amazon. Anthology of personally created poetry. I like it.
Yeah, that one is about poems, random poems. That's all.
Nice.
Then I wrote another one about DACA, but I believe
Sheila,
I shared that link before with you.
So I posted a link for my books if you guys want to check out if you guys are interested in, and also the link to whoops, I forgot to put you guys back on. Sorry. And also the link of Carl's book, the one that's books.google.com. So check out our books if you guys are interested.
Thank you so much.
and Sheila, you should, if you have a channel, make videos. Wherever you add value, people will watch.
Exactly. Sheila says there's so much nuance info that would be great to know sooner. Yeah, exactly. Bobby says I'm not buying the optimism of an object. Okay, good to know.
Would you buy the pessimism of an object?
No. Exactly. I just wish new driver videos carried more beginner info. I'm seriously considering making videos for just beginners. I think it's because a lot of people who are making videos are kind of tired of making the same videos over and over again. So you got to go back and watch their videos like Pedro's videos.
Yeah, sometimes beginners are the ones who need the most help in any field, I think. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, usually the videos that people relate to that you make are videos that you find are there's a lack of information for that.
Mm.
Sheila, I had no idea you had a channel. I'm gonna check it out now. Let's see.
Oh yeah, and somebody mentioned, oh, the pen thing comes from the Wolf of Wall Street. That's kind of true. Like I think there was a movie in the 80s or 90s called that, where they did that same thought experiment or a challenge. Like, you're a good salesman if you could sell me this pen that I
Yeah.
already own. Okay, well,
It's like the oldest pen in the book or oldest trick in the book when it comes to hiring a salesperson.
right. Man, I don't think I could make it as a salesman. I know you used to work as one, but I just don't like having to convince people. You know, I like just clocking in, clocking out, and getting on with my day. But that's just me.
Yeah, it's not a job for everyone, that's for sure. I mean, it's good if you like talking to people, and you're not really selling them, convincing them something. You just have to be really good at portraying the value of the product. That's what it really comes down to. Just like how we talked about the pen.
Right.
It all comes down to features and benefits, and how you're selling the value. You're not really convincing them to buy.
Well, I guess it makes sense if they give you a salary, but if it's just commission and it's not guaranteed that you'll get any sales, then it's kind of risky, you know. But some people say, "Oh, that means the sky's the limit. If you make 1,000,000 sales, then I don't know."
Thanks, Carlos, for spamming the chat. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see.
All in with Jonathan K.
That's funny. Is he still in here? I wonder if she's posted any okay, I'll post this one too. Carl, you said this book is about DACA?
Oh yeah, that's the second one that I wrote. Yeah.
Nice, cool. So
So
check out Carlos's books.
thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. Let's not forget about the okra. Why does that sound so familiar? Someone, I think someone's shopping for okra. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds familiar, but I'm not putting two and two together. Oh, it's not Sheila, by the way. It's Shelia. It's all over the place. And my kid, on my kid, I gotta clean up. Johnson says, "You're driving, Mike. I think I could teach kindergarten for sure." I mean, I don't know, man. I just don't like his content. I think it's just super boring, and he's late on a lot of. I mean, I'm not trying to throw shade at him, but he's just not my cup of tea. He's really late on a lot of the stuff that we already know about. Like I think like a couple of days ago, he just started talking about like how some markets are getting that 14-hour per guarantee fee, except like every order.
He's talked about that a few times.
Well, then he keeps rehashing or recycling the same videos and over again.
Well, you gotta see that he's almost got 100,000 subscribers.
He's got a lot of
Some
subs for sure.
people, some
If
people like
his
seeing.
people
Yeah,
keep asking the same questions that he's already addressed,
that's my
yeah,
point. It's like people go
make
to
a video.
McDonald's to buy the same burger over and over again. Sometimes people like to watch the same thing over and over again. A lot of companies have tapped into that.
Okay, so it is Sheila. Gotcha. I don't know why I read it wrong. These on StreamYard, the letters look funny.
It's because you haven't had your Baja Blast.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly why. I've actually
You wanna
replaced
know-
Baja Blast with Coke Zero now. Because I'm fasting.
Oh, okay. You don't want to get the 0-calorie Baja Blast because it tastes
Dude,
weird.
they're so hard to find. I've been looking for them. Do you know where I can find them?
Sam's Club?
Okay. I don't know if we have them out here.
No,
Let me check.
Taco Bell has a 0 sugar Baja Blast.
I mean, like in a can. So I don't
Oh,
have to go to Taco Bell.
because if you
Then
go
I'll
to
be
Taco
tempted
Bell,
to
then
buy
you get
food.
you get a taco. So
More than a taco.
my favorite part of being a platinum Lyft driver is that I get as a reward a pilot program of phone support. I actually can talk to a person instead of chat.
That's good.
awesome.
That should just be standard.
Yeah.
Quicker way to cancel your pick orders that have already been picked up. Oh, we do have one, but it's like 20 miles away, 25 miles. Do you need a membership for Sam's Club?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like Costco.
But
Gotcha.
you can buy stuff at the deli or whatever where their hot food. You can buy that
Mhm.
without a membership.
Oh, like the Costco food court, kind of.
The cafe or whatever. Yeah.
DP says just DoorDash it. Yeah, wasn't it? Oh, no, I think I was with BJ's. If you put your membership number on DoorDash, then you get it for the same price as the store or something. Yeah, I think that was BJ's, not Sam's Club. Where's Rodney? Where you need him? The Sam's Club is in his market. I don't know if you have Circle K gas station near Baja. I'll check it out.
I was thinking it was in the fountain drink, so I don't know if they have the cans.
Oh, like a bottle. Oh, gotcha. I see. Like in a cup.
Yeah, like at the
The
fountain.
machine. Yeah. The fountain of Bajaness.
But I think actually Sam's Club doesn't have Baja Blast now. I think it's like Berry something or other, Berry Blast or something.
Gig-wise, I drink the fake sugar one sometimes to kill my cravings, and because it doesn't break my fast. That's why. If I drink a one with real sugar, then it's gonna break my fast. So, I'm trying to wean off of them slowly.
From what time to what time is your fast, if I may ask?
3 p.m. to 9 a.m. the next day.
I see.
It's 18-hour fast, 18/6 window.
I'm kind of trying something like that, but lately I find that I've been, kind of giving in. You know,
DP. That's the same
So,
question.
Carlos, what do you eat in your fasting window?
during my fasting window, I try to keep
Or
it.
your eating window, I guess.
Yes, I try to keep it low carb and low calorie, but little by little, I find myself just grabbing carbs like pasta, right? Or
Mhm.
rice. I
Mhm.
find myself getting that. and lately I've been snacking on pistachios and stuff like that, salted
Right.
vinegar pistachios. I'm all like, I'm eating a little bit more than I need to, especially
Yeah.
today. And I feel that it's due to stress. I
Yeah, oh yeah.
recently added
Emotional
more
eating.
work. Exactly.
It's killer.
And so I'm not sure. I really do know that it's like sort of like a fallback, right, from progress that I've made, but at least I'm aware of it,
Right.
All
sort
right.
of like you can monitor it. And cheat days are a thing, but not too much. Too much is bad. So I'm trying to be mindful about it.
Have cheat meals instead of cheat days.
There you go.
Are you doing a low carb protocol, or are you just trying to avoid?
I'm trying to lower it. I mean, I don't think I can, just eliminate it. I
Right.
mean,
I'm just asking if you're trying to just lower the amount of carbs that you're eating, or if you're trying to avoid eating too many carbs, like have a limit of what amount of carbs you eat.
yes. I would think that I want to sort of just lower it in general. That's all because I mean, I hear people lose weight by lowering their carb and sugar intakes, right? Trying
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
eat a little bit more
Less
healthy.
calories.
Right. But then I see other people who say, I kind of eat often and I don't mind eating carbs, but I work out. So their thing, what works for them is more leaning into the being physically active side, right? So I'm trying to find my own
I
sort
think
of
that's a little
custom,
bit of
yeah,
genetics, a little bit to go with that too, though, because
right,
Yeah.
right. That's a possibility as well.
it felt like for me when I don't fast, with having a higher fat content in my eating window, that's when I do mess up on the fasting. Because the fat that you burn, and not just like eating like bacon or whatever, like avocados and stuff like that, olive oil, good healthy fats, it keeps you filled longer and it sustains your caloric needs longer. And then it's a little bit easier to stay in your fasted state
Hmm,
till you're supposed to eat.
hmm.
Sheila says I don't work out, so I lost 70 pounds ditching the carbs. First and foremost, Sheila, that's fucking amazing. Excuse my language, but that's awesome. 70 pounds is a lot of weight, and I'm super proud of you. Props to
Yeah,
you.
congratulations.
That's a lot of weight. I'm really happy for you. Gig West 11 years ago, I lost 6 waist sizes in 14 weeks by cutting out all soda and fast food, no working out. Yeah, it's
Nice.
it's crazy how like some stuff that we eat on a daily basis. Once you cut it out, you lose so much weight. And I'm trying to do the same thing with soda,
Congratulations.
definitely. And Daniel also said, I fast 72 hours, end of last length. That's crazy, man. 72 hours without eating.
For religious reasons, I suppose.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
noble.
Yeah. I think Ramadan is a month, right?
Yeah, I had a Muslim friend who does Ramadan. I think they only eat at
That's even
night.
crazier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bodies like markets.
it's similar to intermittent fasting windows for
Hmm.
when you only eat at a certain time of day for
Right.
holidays.
Right. When I was, I mean, we're still friends, but he moved to another state. But when we were around in community college, it didn't make sense to me, this whole fasting thing. But now that I'm older, hey, it's only very natural, isn't it? Our ancestors,
Hmm.
they didn't have a guaranteed meal all the time. They were
Right.
fine. So I don't know. Now it makes sense.
We should overeat nowadays.
We do, yes. We eat for sport.
We because of boredom
Yeah,
and stress.
that too. That's a big
We're
one.
like fat bastard.
We just
Gets in
need
my
the
belly.
we need the Scottish accent. That's all.
Exactly.
I'm sad because I eat, and I eat because I'm sad.
There you go.
Look at what Sheila said. She says, "Oh my God, I love Carlos. I haven't heard him use the word noble and casual conversation forever." Well, you'll be surprised because he uses a lot of words. What was the other word you used last time?
I have a whole
Uh,
dictionary in my head.
I
That's
got
what
I got to remember
happens.
that word.
That's what happens when you have a degree in English. At least you get that benefit out of it. I mean, but kids major in the STEM fields. Get it from
So
somebody who has a master's degree in TESOL. Anyway, yes.
I got a question because John, you have a degree too, right?
Yeah, I have a bachelor's degree in marketing.
Okay. So my question is, do those degrees keep you warm at night?
If I burn it and put it into wood, then yeah, or make
Different
a
kind of
fire out of
degrees,
it.
I guess.
Oh, another dad joke. It went right over me.
That one is from Kanye West. I
The
stole it
deepest
from
is
his
that's how we make our
college
money
dropout
by
thing.
people eating. Exactly. Yep. Well, yeah, for us DoorDash drivers. Yep. It's funny because like even though I deliver food when I'm fasting, like it doesn't bother me. I never feel like you know what I'm hungry and I want to eat. I don't know. I guess we get used to it. What do you think, Tony?
Yeah, I think if you are focused and dedicated and you make sure that you keep your eating window closer to when you're either going to start your dash or end your dash, because then you know you've already ate or you already have like your eating window coming up. So
Mm-hmm.
I think if you time it properly, it makes it a lot easier.
Cause I forgot what the word was when you mentioned it. When we're hanging out,
What
it was
word did I? What word was
salutations.
it? Salutations? Oh,
Yeah.
greetings and salutations.
Yeah.
Indubitably. That's what we say in our quotidian life. Hey,
Exactly.
we could throw all those old words out there that nobody uses.
She lists my degrees in nursing. It's super useful daily life even if I don't use it. When if I
That's
don't
true,
use it.
yes, because that it's health. There's nothing more important than health, right?
Yeah, exactly. Health is wealth. Geek wise is because of English class I barely made it out of high school. For me, it was math. I was actually good in English, hence the
Yeah.
writing.
Yeah, can I say something about that? So,
Absolutely.
in my generation, there was something called the CASI, the California High School Exit Exam, right? So it involved some math, it involved writing an essay. And a friend of mine, hola, ¿cómo estás, mi amor? Tin mucho gusto. Or what? Okay.
He loves himself
Exactly. That's what I
and
was
he likes
cracking
to
up
meet himself.
because he's talking to himself.
Nice to meet you, Tim, even though you're Tim.
Igualmente. I know my Spanish.
There you go. Yeah, you know all the bad words. And you aim them at me for some reason.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I don't know
Anyway.
that many bad words.
Yeah.
I really only know
All I know is pendejo, and that's it.
I
Yeah.
do know the bad words, and my kids now know when I'm saying the bad words.
Oh darn.
Go ahead, Carlos.
I was gonna say, yeah. So the CASI, I don't think it's no longer a thing, but it was like this exam to graduate from high school. They want you to at least know how to write something
Oh, I remember
they want-
that.
before you graduate, or that you at least know how to add and subtract, right? And a friend of mine was saying, "Hey, can you take the CASI for me? I can't get through the essay or anything. Like, we'll just switch IDs or something."
Oh yeah,
And I
that'll
was
fly.
thinking, is he joking or serious? And like, he looked at me as if like his life depended on it. I'm like, oh, this is basically a test to make sure you're not an idiot, kind of a thing. But
Exactly.
they got rid of it because too many people were failing. I think I wrote about George Washington, even though I didn't really know too much about him. And I
How you cut
passed.
down the tree, the cherry tree, or whatever it was you cut
Something
down.
like that. Like, he cut
He's
down
a
the
tall
tree. He
tale.
said the truth. He led the Revolutionary War, so he's a good leader.
They're like, yeah, you're
this
good.
is patriotic. Pass.
They're like,
I
yeah,
don't
he
know.
knows his stuff. He's good.
Yeah. But it wouldn't be fair, I mean, because some people have more talent than others in certain fields. It's just the way it is.
I know.
Can
Can
I
I have
have a
un
burrito con
con
todos?
todos with everything? Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to be a chef. I work with a lot of Mexicans. I know bad stuff, bad Mexican slang that I won't repeat on here. Yeah, me too.
Mexican Spanish is nothing but bad words.
Spanglish, yeah.
Está en amor con tú es mucho loco. Holy God.
Tú está en amor. Oh, you're with. Oh, okay. You're in love with yourself. You're very crazy.
¿Estás enamorado contigo mismo? Eso está loco. That would be the formal way of saying that. In any case, yeah. What I was going to say is that certain people have more talents in one field than another, right? Certain people are good at math, certain people are good at English. I used to have this friend who was majoring in math. he was one of the best guys in math out there, right?
Couldn't
But
write a
we had
paragraph
this
to save his life.
right. We had the same English class. He would spend the whole week preparing, writing the outline, writing the rough drafts, and like really stressing out about it. And he got a C. And I would write my essay like an hour before it was due, just winging it, and I would get a B plus. Like so, like, it's not fair. And I'm thinking, yeah, it is not fair. I mean, I wish your grade would be higher. I don't know what's going on. So like,
Yeah.
I did a lot of hard work, and I did my best, and I rewrote it, and it's life.
Carlos is
No.
over here giving game away for free.
I know.
You need to put a paywall in front of this, John.
Free 99. No, so I was at Panda Express yesterday picking up an order, and so I guess the lady she was trying to pay, and then the cashier he was asking her like, do you want it to go or for here? And I guess the lady didn't speak English or I don't know how much English she spoke because she didn't understand that part. And then like after them going back and forth, he was like to go or for here to go. She's like what? Like, or I think she's get. And said she's and then like after like 4 times, she's like I don't know what you're saying. So like I stepped in, and I said para aquí, and she's like no. I'm like all right, it's to go then. And like dude, like even though I don't know like Spanish, like I felt like I was like such a fluent speaker at that
Para aquí o
second.
para llevar. Yeah.
Well, I don't know the second part, but
Para llevar is to go.
okay. But yeah, I'm like para aquí. She's like no. I'm like all right, it's to go then.
You got it, man. You could survive in TJ, I think. Or Mexicali.
During the day, maybe, but not at nighttime.
Yeah, makes sense.
I think what's funny is like there's so many like people in the US that don't know how to speak English and only Spanish, but in like everybody that I know that's from Mexico, they learn English and Spanish in school.
I had no idea.
Yeah, if you grew up here, you have to get your formal education from school as well when it comes to Spanish and English. So you kind of have to learn it here as well.
Hey,
But, like,
Necromancer, thanks for stopping by. Have a great night.
I think there's probably more English speaking Mexicans in Mexico than there are in the United States.
That's a good point.
That's quite a possibility, yes.
Gig West says I'm looking to courier companies in my market that does lost luggage returns. It pays very well in other markets. That's crazy. I didn't know that was a thing. Oh yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here because I gotta wake up and go work out, play basketball before I go to work. Go to work as if like I work at W2. I'm trying to put myself on a set schedule. That's why.
Okay.
But I appreciate you guys stopping by. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you, Tony, for stopping by, joining the stream. Appreciate
Thank you, John.
everyone. We got 12 people in here, and it's almost 3 a.m. or past 3 a.m. in the East Coast. So you guys are awesome. Appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you guys next one. Peace.
Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Peace out.